Welcome back. There's a new report from Vanguard that reveals nearly 5% of people with a 401k retirement account took an early withdrawal from their account in 2024. That's actually a record high.
It is, but that move can come with a big penalty or tax implications. Well, financial expert and president of SGL Financial, Steve Lewit, is joining us now with some tips and advice where this is concerned. Steve, thanks for being with us. So I'm guessing in most cases this is a hardship situation, right? But why is this happening more often now? I know some laws changed.
Yeah, some laws changed, and there's still, there's still the pressure of high expenses. Food costs are up, home prices are up, a lot of utility prices are up, a lot of pressure on the budgets, and emergencies happen. There are foreclosures on people's homes. They might need a new roof. Someone gives birth, a funeral, we don't know. And what is happening, as Vanguard reported, is that many folks are using their 401ks like, instead of retirement funds, they're using them like a rainy day fund. And that's not what they're built for, but that's what they're being used. And that comes with a lot of costs and penalties.
Okay, and let's unpack some of those costs and penalties, because the average person could stand to lose, what, I was talking to Ray, 20% perhaps on their savings?
Yeah, if you add up all the taxes and penalties on many of these withdrawals, they could be as high as 20%, but that's not the end of it. You also lose the earnings and the compound interest on these withdrawals. Let me give you an example. If you're 40 years old today and you take $1,000 out of your 401k, let's say you have a small emergency, you need a repair on a car. You take $1,000 out of your 401k. When you're 65, you will have $100,000 less money than if you left your $1,000 in the 401k. So these kinds of decisions really require a little more scrutiny and common sense. And there might be other places you can take this money from which are not costing you so much. $1,000 costs you $100,000. It's very expensive.
That's an almost impossible pill to try to swallow and wrap our head around. Okay, so you're talking alternatives. What are some better things to do if you need cash, right away?
Yeah, so the first thing is to make up your mind that you don't want to touch your retirement funds. Why? Because they're for your retirement, and when you take those out, it's hard to get them back in. You could look at non-qualified money. That is money that's not an IRA, savings accounts you might be able to dip into. Some people actually go out and get a low interest or interest-free credit card for 12 to 15 months. But I would really consider borrowing out of your 401k rather than taking money out, because you can borrow money out up to 50% of what you have in there, up to $50,000. And you have to pay that back over 5 years with interest, but you're really paying yourself. And that avoids all the penalties and all the problems that you have if you just pull the money out.
All right, so there is a way to do it and still not overspend, right? Or lose some of that money. So you want to take out a loan rather than a full-out withdrawal.
Yeah, this is a good time to visit, frankly, with a financial advisor. There are a lot of rules. There are a lot of ins and outs, but there are ways of avoiding all of those penalties. You just have to know what they are.
All right. Steve Lewit with SGL Financial. We always appreciate when you come in, so thanks for the advice.
Always wonderful being here. Thanks, guys.
Okay.